Request to put your mobile phones on silent mode. The master classes and
Hi, very good afternoon. Kasai Chane? All good? All must hai? All waiting to see the man who has so many different dimensions to him. Well, give me a minute because without my glasses I can't read. There's been a beautiful introduction to him, but since he's very close to my heart, and I'm not going to deny that I'm a huge, huge fan of Vijay Sethupathi. Me, like when I say I'm a die-hard fan of Mr. Kamal Hassan, and if there's one man I really love, it's Mr. Vijay Sethupathi. So I would say he embodies the essence of an actor who has redefined Indian cinema with his exceptional versatility, unwavering commitment to authenticity, and a transformative impact on portrayal. His ability to seamlessly transition between intense, emotionally charged roles and light-hearted comedic characters showcases his remarkable range and depth as a performer. Beyond his on-screen prowess, his contributions as a producer, his advocacy for narrative experimentation have reshaped the cinematic landscape, paving the way for more diverse, inclusive and innovative storytelling. His influence extends far beyond his performances, cementing his legacy as a trailblazer and a driving force in the evolution of Indian cinema. So I see this huge house full here today. Please bring your hands together and let's welcome Vijay Sethupathi.
Yeah, I'm okay, baby.
Actually, my line, bandana the cake lana irunde. Kaduma, are you okay, baby?
I'm okay, baby.
Okay, baby, yeah, baby. We're okay, solringa.
I'm a little nervous, I think. First of all, I love you so much, and then thanks for coming. It is not at all a class. Let me say.
Please.
Morning I spoke to my daughter. She asked me what you're going to speak. I said, boil the water, put 1 tablespoon of tea powder, and then boil the milk. The milk should be so thin, and then when the tea is ready, mix it with the water, and you can have a fantastic tea. So I'm going to take a class for the tea master class only, not a master class. Because seriously, every time whenever I stand in front of the camera, I don't know what to do. So please don't take this as a class. Treat me as one of you, and then let's just sit and share. And I'm a great fan of Kushboo madam. It is not and then my language, please try to understand. Don't refer dictionary anything. Just refer my face, and there you can understand.
But that's what it is. Unga kan, your smile, the way you speak, everything. Nothing is fake, Vijay, about you. It's from your heart. And that's what makes you stand apart.
Ma'am, after that very warm welcome, I would now request Srimati Neerja Shekhar, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, to come on stage and felicitate the dignitaries, please. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now over to Kushboo, madam, to please begin the session.
You know, the most difficult thing with Vijay is to make him speak. Man of few words. Ana edu pesnanu, it will be right from his heart. There's nothing artificial, nothing fake about him. In the world of glitz and glamour, where everybody wants to put their best foot forward with their best designer wear, here comes a man with like a whiff of fresh air, who believes in presenting himself just as he is, like one among you, a man next door, a boy with a heart of gold, and someone who does not hesitate to speak his mind when he does. So I'm going to try and strike a conversation with him, and let's see how far I succeed, because this is not a test to him but a test to me, whether I'm able to make Vijay Sethupathi speak. Vijay, let's go back to your starting days. It's more of a conversation masterclass, though we are going to talk about how you prepare for your roles or live the roles, what you have done. You were working in Dubai, and from there you started in cinema doing small roles, friends role, heroes friends roles. What brought you to cinema? Was it your long cherished dream?
No.
One word.
No, because I've been answering for this question in so many years, so I'm trying to put it in a good way. I actually generally from my childhood days, whatever I learn, I have only one imagination. I went for a Mridangam class for a week, but when I was 17 years old, which is in Tinagar. So now, in 1 week I got a dream that I'm playing somewhere in a bigger stage of the world and so much of people that I'm the only person sitting in the center of the stage and playing Mridangam. So I get a dreams like that always. Maybe because of that, I don't know. Because then after 1 week I quit the class. That's how I do. I don't continue any classes properly. My father always used to scold me that you can't focus on anything properly. Yeah, I can never focus on anything continuously. I don't have a consistency in my life. I always, whatever I start learn, I read. Even if I read a book also, even in one page I lost myself, I go somewhere else. It's like, that's how I am. So I always believe that I'm not fit for anything. So I was living in my life like let the flow. It's like going with the flow, it's like that. And then in that flow, one day I fell in love with my wife, and then I came for a marriage. Then she didn't allow me to go back to Dubai. I don't know what to do. And then I tried for cinema. I became like this. That's the story. That's all.
So you know what? We should actually thank your wife for giving you to us. Unga manavi paatha nandri solluno. What do you say, crowd? Don't you think we should be saying thanks to his wife? She made sure that he doesn't go back to Dubai. Otherwise, we would have lost you.
Okay, thanks, Ree. Actually, I don't know what to do. I tried for business and then it didn't do well. So the only thing still I believe was I know that I don't know. That's what I understood about me when I was getting into cinema. So when I know that I don't know, so I want to know what is that. So I try to understand through films and friends and husband actors. I don't know what is, because I don't watch films and I'm not fan of anybody. I'm fan of you. No, fans for heroines is different. That's, Kushboo madam was our dream girl in school, college days. So, we don't watch much film. I don't watch much films, and then because my intention was to become a businessman, earn so much of money. That was my intention, and then it ended up here.
Great. Vijay, normally they say, when you look at your work, there's a saying. By failing to prepare, you prepare to fail. Right? It's a very simple line, but there's a lot of depth in it. Now, looking at your body work, the kind of films you have done, what takes Vijay Sethupathi to prepare for a role? There's a huge diversion from your very first film, then you look at your work completely till date, 50 films, but you can pinpoint that this film is what Vijay Sethupathi did that. What takes you to prepare for a role?
Okay, let's take like this. So this shirt, this pant is. Somebody made this shirt, somebody made this pant, somebody made this watch. Like that way, now I possess it. Like that way, the knowledge is like that. The people whom we are talking to, whom we are interact with, we share the knowledge with them. So we have the knowledge, but it is like we get it from somebody. We get it through interact with some great minds. I got to know some great minds when I was trying for cinema. So they taught me about very good cinema. Through that, because I don't know what is cinema, I don't know. I'm not trying to be humble or no. I'm trying to be as much as true to this interview because I didn't expect this much of crowd. So whatever I feel like, I'm just saying it.
Vijay, sorry to interrupt, but I'll tell you, this for the first time we are seeing a queue outside waiting to see you.
Thanks to everyone. I'm sorry to who's waiting for outside. So, whom we are interacting with. So, we have to be very careful about the minds whom we are interacting. It may be a discussion, it may be an argument. Be it a discussion or an argument, they plant their ideas in your mind. So, we have to be very careful in that. So, I have interacted with the great minds, and then they introduced me great cinemas, and then they taught me what is lag, what is acting, what is great acting, how they are using the body, what is one line, how it's made. Then I'm sorry to say this, I was not interested about the directors. I was interested about the films. So there are great films, so which taught me so much. But I don't know whether it's a good film or not. So somebody told me, this is a great film, this is a good scene, this is a great shot, this is a great background score. He's a great actor. This scene is very good. Yes. So there are people keep talking about. I don't know how. I want to know how they are saying it's good, because I don't believe that generally if they say it's good, no. Suppose somebody says that in that hotel that food is very nice. No, I go and eat and I have to believe it's whether it is matching with my taste or not. So I try to understand like that. So because of that, I started understanding what is script and everything. So that's how I chosen films, and then the characters, whatever I did, it's just because of my directors. They had the visions. Because whatever I do, they say that I don't want this, I want this, that's okay, this is fantastic, that is stupid. So they say something, so I correct myself out of it. So the acting ways, it's because of my directors, but the script, because of the minds I interact with them. That's how it happened.
But Vijay, knowing you and what I have gathered about you, every role of yours, there's a deep understanding of the finer nuances of the characterization. It's fine for an actor, I'm an actor myself, we understand the character, we go to the location, director tells us, this is the emotion, this is the scene, this is the dialogue, you have to walk right to left to right, or come running, or look up and cry or laugh, or whatever it is. But every character of yours, you see the finer nuances. And I have very particularly spoken to you about this at length in person, that how I see your characters. Like what, as soon as we came in, the first dialogue, Kaduma, are you okay, baby? That was yours. You decided on that. When it comes to Vikram Veda, where you have Kulichitra Kambodo, you bring out those horns, master. That was you. Every film of yours, or even in 96 when Trisha speaks to you, and you're like, shame, shame, puppy, shame, that was you. What is it that you understand about the characters? Because, see, there are two ways. Either you're a method actor, or you're a very spontaneous actor. What are you? A very methodical actor or a very spontaneous actor?
To be frank, I don't know what is method acting. I don't know that. And then when a director is narrating about a character or a script, I try to understand why he is why he is telling the story, why he wanted to make this story, and then how he wanted to make this story. Through that, and then why this characterization is like this. So I ask a few questions, and then I try to understand the nuances or soul of the character by asking some stupid questions. So I just try to express myself, whatever doubts I have. I just ask so many questions, and then because through the dialogues and narrations, you can't communicate all your thoughts through words. It's very difficult. Maybe by expressions, maybe some here and there, some nuances, the way they use the dialogue. Somewhere I try to understand the nuance of the character. Then I ask some questions. Then I try to understand the center essence that I have a habit of understanding people who's talking in front of me. The way they sit, the way they behave, the words they use, everything it shows. Like how, suppose there is a big house is there, the door is closed. You don't know what is inside the house. But when this door is open, you can go inside and see what all inside. Where is the sofa, where is the bathroom, where is the bedroom? What are things there in the home? Same way with the person, if you interact with the person, you can know more about the person and then story also. So I try to understand my director first. Through him, I discover the character and the script. That's how I try. So I don't have a particular formula, and I don't follow any formula. So everything is great. So we'll try everything. That's what I have, in the sense, idea-wise, to approach a character. That's what I have.
Great. But, I think one of the most secured actors you can come across is Vijay Sethupathi in the recent times. For you, it has always been the character what you play. You have played the most romantic hero. You have played the most menacing negative role. You have played a 70-year-old. But when you do a two-hero subject, every hero wants to be the hero, the macho man in the front with six-pack and fighting the goons. But there comes a film called Vikram Veda, where you play a man who's in his 50s with little paunch, little grey, and who doesn't mind the dialogue. It takes a lot of guts for a youngster like you to accept that and portray it on a screen, because people feel that my image is far more important on the screen, what I project to the people, than my character. The character will come next, but my image. But you're very secured with that. And where does that security come from?
I strongly believe audience is not coming to see the star. They are coming to see the story and characters. So that's most important. Actually, I'm happily married only. Okay. No, let me come into the point. After some years, me and my wife, we can't even sit and watch our marriage video. It was very boring. But it was very sweet time, because nothing is happening. We are just standing there and receiving gift and giving poses. Nothing is there. Nothing is happening. There is no interest to watch that scene or a shot. So we have to make something to make an audience to engage or to keep them in that moment. And then, to be frank, actually that dialogue you said, no, I become old. Actually, what happened before that, I did one film. My left leg was ligament there. I can't run. In that scene, I have to run. So first, I came out from that. Generally, me and Pushkar, whenever we work, first I do. Then I say, sir, I will make another dosa for you, sir. Let me try. I try like that only. Then I came out because my body is very huge. I couldn't come out from that hole. And then I couldn't run because of my ligament there. So audience shouldn't think that I'm not running. Vijay was doing very easily. So to cover that, I put the dialogue. I become very old. So just generally, the same way there is a Vada scene is also there. That time everybody was appreciating the Vada, but it is my director choice only because whatever I do, they only say okay. Generally morning I eat vada or something, 11, 12 o'clock I eat samosa, I like to eat, okay. That time the place where we shot that scene, my assistant told me, say here one big size masala vada is there, sir, get me that. It was very yummy. Then the shot is ready, our director, cinema director Vinod sir was there, it's a back shot, my introduction shot. So gently we smoke and then if you keep back shots, so smoke will come, that is introduction there. I don't know what to do, but the story is somebody killed my brother. But what was the intention? I want to find who's behind that murder. I want to find that. So I'm going to appoint somebody in the police to find the truth because somebody from the police only killed. So I need to understand it. So which means I'm going to keep a trap. So we have to keep something in the trap. So I thought, okay. I asked my director, sir, can I come with that vada, sir? That vada, I will bite something because I know something. So rest I want to understand. So I have that vada with me. While walking, the dog was barking. So I threw the vada to it. That also happened only. It's there only. So that vada scene happened because of my assistant. He's told me that vada. There is vada. So what I'm trying to say is nothing. But, just be there and then no need to take too much pressure, just to understand the essence of it, just to the flow. And then I didn't expect this will happen. Everything goes to my director because it is not easy to accept an idea. And if you're liberating something means that's because of directors who execute it very properly and then in a great way, and that lives for so long. So that's all.
But I think it's basically you ooze that kind of confidence in your directors that Vijay Sethupathi cannot go wrong. You give them that confidence.
Actually, whenever I work with the directors, they are creators, and so first initially I tell them that I'm a stupid sir, I ask stupid questions, so please be with me. So just to, because they shouldn't think that he's interfering so much, because it is not my intention. So I want to share whatever thoughts I have. So I go there and I tell them, and then because the trust is most important when we are in the set. They trust me and I trust them. So to make the place very if I'm comfort there, so that I can think so much, I can be free, I can work free, so to create that create the atmosphere, because if I there in the atmosphere only, I can think something to execute the scene, I can come up with some idea, because the scene is there in the paper, and then if I'm just doing that scene means it is my director's scenes. Suppose if I'm scene is there in the paper, and then if I put my perspective means that becomes my scene, then I own the scene, so my mind gets freedom. So I don't need to keep சொல்றது நான் யாரையும் சாப்பிடல, I'm not அப்படி இல்லை, என்னோட சீன் ஆகிடும் போது that I get a freedom to express there. I give a freedom to my mind to express. That's thing. So
that's what gives us. Vijay, நீங்க நிறைய characters பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, but they say films have a huge impact in our society. Today, in today's times, we are fighting for gender equality. We are fighting for LGBTQ community. You do a film, you play a character, Shilpa, which fetched you the National Award as the Best Actor. Super girls. And again, that film has a very lasting impact on the one section of society where predominantly many of us are not yet ready to accept it. We still look down upon them. But you played a character with aplomb, and Shilpa had life. She had her emotions right in place. She had to fight for it. I mean, how could you play that? Because cinema generally what we see is when it comes to transgender, it becomes a very caricated characters. You make fun of them. You utilize them only to provide some kind of a comic relief. But here, a very youth-loved hero plays Shilpa, and he doesn't make a caricature, but he gives that life to that role. What impact you created with that role? Yes, we want to know how you prepared to play Shilpa, what made you accept to play Shilpa, and what kind of an impact you have left in the hearts and minds emotionally of the transgenders.
You. Always, whenever somebody asks questions about Super Deluxe, I start with thanks to Tyagaraja Kumaraja. He's as a person also, he's one of the greatest person I ever met in my life. And I respect him and love him so much. It just happened, Kumaraja sir one day came to my office and he wanted to ask my date for, he wanted to produce his friend's film. So for me as a lead, he came to ask for my dates. Then I would tell you, his first film, Aramegantam, that time I was a dubbing artist. I got my dubbing card because I didn't get the confidence that I'll become an actor one day. So I thought I don't want to leave the cinema. So I became a dubbing union member. So that time I went for a Aramegantam dubbing. It's a crowd only. There's a scene, how to correct aunties. That scene was there. When I saw the scene, I felt the scene is very boring. Who's this director? I don't like this director. And then in the middle of the dubbing, because we are crowd, we are filling up the crowd. So there are, and when we do dubbing for a crowd, means there will be 10, 12 people are there in the dubbing room. We do dubbing, like samosa, like that only we do. You know the terms, it's for them. So I thought the scene is very boring, so I don't want to be here. So I told them I have to pick up my daughter from the school. I am leaving. So I left that dubbing room and left. Once the movie is released, then I saw the film. The film is so fantastic. I loved it. Then I sincerely wanted to work in his film, but I don't know how to ask. So one day when he came, and then I suddenly asked, "Sir, do you have anything for me, sir? I want to work with you, sir." Then his intention was not to tell me also. Okay, I'll tell you one. You can say immediately no. I'm just telling you. So at that time, I think maybe 15-20 minutes, he narrated this Shilpa only, not about Super, only Shilpa only. In that there is a dialogue is there. நம்ம இந்த மாதிரி செருப்பு போடும்போது சில சமயம் காலை மாற்றி போட்டோம் இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி என்னோட உடம்பை மாற்றி போட்டாங்க, அப்பா சரி பண்ணிக்கிட்டேன் அப்படின்னு அது ஒரு dialogue. That was, I impressed by that dialogue so much, and then I told him, sir, I want to act in this. Then he said, no, you take 1 week time. I said, no sir, I want to act, sir. So you take 2 days. No sir, I want to act, sir. Please give me a chance. Because the only reason is, because it is Kumaraja, he can bring the best out of me, and then he can present me in a so well. I didn't have a trust on me. I trust Kumaraja so much. Then I get into the project. Then first 10 days initially we shot, and then something didn't happen. Then me Kumaraja sir, one day we met. Okay, we postponing this cinema of this episode for one. After later we'll shoot. Then he said, I was afraid, sir. He said, because of my acting that you throw me out. No, some issues, but we'll shoot it again. Then we reshot it again. We started in 2016, and then again we reshoot in 2017. We had a plan is that if Vijay Sethupathi became a transgender, what will happen? We approached in that way, and that's how it happened. And this is the reason. And just because of Kumar Raja, and then as initially I told, because of the script, the way he written was excellent. That's all.
I'm sure after the film, a lot of people from the different community would have come and spoken to you. Because generally we see that when you see that somebody understands their pain, somebody understands the emotions they go through, they are outcasted from the society, they are disowned by the family, and here you played the character with aplomb. I mean, it fetched you the national award. The transgender community, did they reach out to you?
Actually, to be true is, some people they got angry on us that we did something wrong, and so it was portrayed like that. And then some people they loved it, some people they misunderstood it. And that time we got a call. They scolded me also, me and Kumaraj also. So that's what happened. Some people they appreciate also. It both happened that time.
Yeah, I think that's the way of life. In every positive there's a negative. In every negativity there's a positivity. But I think we should just look at the positive side, because I think that's one of the finest performances.
The intention is, our intention is
exactly.
Like the end of the last, the kids, you be நீ ஆம்பளை வேணாரு பொம்பளையா வேணாரு ஆனால் எங்கள் கூட இரு. That's what. And then the one more dialogue is என்னடா அவங்க அப்பா அம்மா மாதிரி ட்ரெஸ் பண்ணி அது எங்கள் அப்பாவோட ஸ்டைல்ரா. I just asked எப்படி I asked Kumar, I said how you wrote the dialogue. Then there is a lot of dialogues. நான் எனக்கு பிடிச்ச மாதிரி முடி வெட்டிக்கிட்டேன், எனக்கு பிடிச்ச மாதிரி நகத்தை வெட்டிக்கிட்டேன், இல்லை என்ன தப்பு இருக்குன்னு நீ சொல்கிறது தான் நியாயம் தான், ஆனால் நியாயம் வேறு நடைமுறை வேறு இல்லை அப்படின்னு அந்த பாட்டி சொல்கிற டைலாகு. So there are a lot of places where that we are very sincere, and then our intention is good. So I thought people will understand one day. That's what we had.
Fantastic, and congratulations for your national award.
Thank you.
Before I go for my next question, I have to do something, otherwise I missed out on something. Can I have you here? Nothing will happen to him. What is this, Vijay? From an intense Shilpa to Ramachandran of 96. What did you do to prepare for that role, who is so natural? There's a story which happens in one night and all of us could connect with it because it was about reunion from your school. We all go through these crushes in school and love. Oh, this is my first love, this is my school crush. All that. Haven't we all been through it? I don't hear it. Yes. I like that. And how many of you see yourself as Ramachandra in 96? Wait. Nada, romma nallavangala irkeenga. Yeah, you still miss your Janu? I like it. அது அப்புறம் வரலாம்.
இது நம்ம என்ன மாஸ்டர் கிளாஸ் சொல்லி கூட்டு வந்திருக்கோம், மரியாதையாக இடம் போல. நான் வந்து ஜென்ரலாக என்னோட இன்டர்வியூனா நான் வந்து சும்மா ஜாலியாக பேசுவேன். ஐயோ அதை கிளாஸ் சொல்கிறேன் பயந்து பேசிட்டேன். எல்லா இடத்துலையும் மசாலா எதிர்பார்த்தேன் என்ன பார்த்தோம்.
Now tell me, that movie again was one of your best. Now அந்த ஏன்னா ரொம்ப இன்டென்ஸ் கேரக்டர் பண்றீங்க, விக்ரம் வேதா பண்றீங்க, அங்க இருந்து ஷில்பா பண்றீங்க, தென் இங்க பார்த்தா ராமச்சந்திரன் பண்றீங்க, and everything is just normal for you. உங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி ஸ்கூல் டேஸ்ல ஜானு அந்த மாதிரி இருந்திருக்காங்க?
அது ஐயோ இல்லை எப்பயுமே வந்து அந்த சாரி ஐ எம் டாக்கிங் தமிழ். ஓகே, இட்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் லைக் that's an alarm, like okay, you become a teenager when you fell in love with a girl, when you like some girl in your class or somewhere. No, it's like a time that you understood that season has come in your life. So that happened to me so many times. Still it's happening. That Ramachandran is still alive. I still fall in love. when I play that role, especially, don't think that I'm every time talking about my directors, because of them only it is happening. Because the Prem has written the script. First time when I read it, it was beautiful, so beautiful. So it is, everything is very clear. So Ramachandran, I touched the Ramachandran who was in the 10th standard, who was in the 6th standard, 5th standard, and then now standard. Whatever, because it is there always. We like somebody where we can't go and express. We love someone, but the love is there. No, sir. If the love is in a glass, it should never fulfill, sir. It should be, there should be always a balance. The balance is very good. If it is completed, then there is no purpose of. So always being a thirst of love is nice. So that Ramachandran is a very great personality. I love that person so much. And then I just enjoyed being Ramachandran. See, only we actors get at the age of. See, when now I'm 44. It's like 5-6 years before. Say about 38, 37. At the age of 38, and I can feel my butterfly on my stomach. That's a great feel, right? So there are some moments in my films that I don't know. I don't feel like acting. I be there, and then some moments you can't act and express. You just. Maybe I talk so much in front of you. Please forgive me for that.
I'm loving it.
But it just let it happen. That is the moment. So Ramachandran is let it happen. Prem created that moment and then situations. It just happened. It just happened.
So you literally lived the character of Ramachandran. All that from 5th and 6th standard, that Ramachandran, what was within you, you brought him out.
Yeah, I'll tell you. We had one Bullet. Royal Enfield was there. My childhood is I drive fast. So one day I told my father, Appa, I want to make it a stylish bike. So he said, go and check how much they ask. I went near the Woodlands Theatre. There's Pudupeta is not near Woodlands Theatre.
Which road?
Raipeta. Okay, so no, let's Google take the pressure of location. Okay. They asked about 30,000 rupees, which my father said it's too much. No, cancel. That's all. But after that guy who wanted a bike, now I have 7 bikes with me. One is 1958 Royal Enfield is with me. 71 Java is with me. Still that person is there. Still he is in a thirst. Whenever I feel like I drive that bike, I go for a drive. Whenever I go for a drive, I drive in my old places where I was a kid. So I always get that visual of that old Vijay Sethupathi is walking there, that baby is there walking. So I can imagine that. So I keep that person with me. So the same Ramachandran also like that. Still that guy is there because that moment was so beautiful. How to say it? When we see something, suppose if very tasty food is there, the first 2-3 first 2-3 takes it is yummy. Then you become used to it, right? That first 2-3 taste only always there in your memory. Same way in life also, that first 2-3 was in every place it is there. It is a love, your father hitting you, failing your exams, meeting an accident, death, birthday, marriage, poverty, hungry. Just 5 initial moments. Those times, who you are, that is where who you are is there. In that time, who you are, what decision you took, that is where you are. If you have any doubt about ourselves, we can just go back there and check who we were in that situations. That is the formula of our life. It is there. Mostly people we just get it from the great personalities who won in their life. No, it is not. Nowhere it is helpful. But when we go back and see there, that's where we are there, and we can easily find out from that personality. Now we can use it. I think
we all are so mesmerized by the way you speak. And Unmaile, you speak so honestly. Like, you do not forget where you come from. I think why you are where you are today is because you haven't forgotten your roots. This is where I started, and that is a reminder to you to stay grounded. Yeah, at the inaugural of IFFI, when Mr. Vijay Sethupathi walked in, people were absolutely flabbergasted. They were like, "Ah," because everybody was in their designer wears and the best of attire. But here comes a man who is just his normal self, walks up, takes his, with no noise, no, an entourage around him, but he just collects, speaks two lines and he leaves. I think that keeps you grounded and that makes you very different from others.
Thank you so much. Because that day I was looked like an alien there. Because if I hate that word being humble. I'm not humble. Because that day my ass.
That's a guarantee.
I'm not humble. Because everything is very expensive. It's not. But I'm not dressing up being like this. I was showing myself being like this. I was just like this way. I'm comfortable there. If I put that one, no, I don't know. It is like I don't know. Maybe someday, I don't know.
No.
But that day I was very, very insecure when I was sitting there. Thanks for the word and thank you so much.
Vijay, நீங்க ஹீரோவா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது your films have been super duper hits and solely because they said there is Vijay Sethupathi. Right from your very ஆரம்ப காலத்துல இருந்து, whether it is இதுக்கு தான் ஆசைப்பட்ட பாலகுமார் or you talk about Sudukavum or Pizza, people have always looked up to you and said, what is Vijay Sethupathi going to present? Your films as heroes. But suddenly you do a film where you play a very, very menacing character called Bhavani.
There are a lot of villains here.
What made you take up? From villain they have become heroes. Whether it was Satyaraj sir or whether it was superstar Rajnikant, they played villains and then they become big heroes. But you did a reversal role. You were playing lead roles. You were playing super duper roles. But you agreed to do a film where you were at your terrible best.
Thank you so much.
How did you accept that role? Wasn't that challenging for you? Ayyo, you in a villain ஆக்கிடுவாங்க அப்படியெல்ல thought போலியா?
No, it was. I did a villain when I started my career also. After I played Pizza, Nadula Konja Pakatam, 3 films, I played villain for Sasikumar sir. At that time, I referred 2-3 of my friends for that role. Then it was not okay for them. That 96 Premsar was the cameraman for that film. So I told him, sir, ask him to narrate the script. Sir, if I like it, I will come and do it, sir. So, that time I feel like playing a villain, it feels good. Because everybody...
எவ்வளவு நாளைக்கு தான் நல்லவனா நடிக்கிறது? எவ்வளவு நாளைக்கு தான் நல்லவன்? How long can I act being a good man?
No, we always have that anger and there we always have that day night, like that shade is there. In real life we can't express. So where I can go and deliver that expression, so deliver that suppression, so to express that bad guy in me. If sometimes when I get angry, I feel like killing somebody, which I can't do it in real life. So it happens there when I do a film. So I was just enjoying that moment. So it happens. That's what happened in Sundar. And then while doing Master also, my friends, they said, really you wanted to? Yes, I wanted to, because I want to know how to, I want to enjoy that, because generally only heroes are entertaining. The villain also can entertain. The villain means doesn't need to be always like anger. Who's villain? See, if I'm against you, which means you will call me as a villain. But for me, you are also a villain, right? Because which means there is no hero, there is no villain. All are equal. We just wanted to be like how we wanted to be. That's how I see it. And then I wanted to engage and entertain audience through that side also. So I want to try that. And then if I miss the chance now, I'm in 40s. Then again, if I become 50s, then I don't think so whether then I'll be in the trap of image that people wanted to see me only this way, only this kind of. I don't want to be like that. I need a freedom for my thoughts, for my life. So now I'm with my freedom, so it's nice.
Okay, let me ask you very simple. How different is Vijay Sethupathi today from his very first film?
As hero, first film?
Not, I wouldn't say hero, the actor.
Okay.
From your very first film to now, what are your learnings and what have you unlearned?
First film, I was in a fear. How I'm going to do this? I don't want to make a mistakes like this. Now it's like, how to do this? So I don't know what to do. So first film, I was just trying to impress my director. Whatever he says, I was trying to do that. Now, I'm just every scene I try to understand how to do this, how to impress, so that I'm shifted from there. And then there was a very insecure Vijay Sethupathi. Now this is very secure and comfortable and very relaxed. Whatever happens, now yeah, I can serve it. Whether if I'm not become a hero, no problem. I can play as a villain. If it is also, I can play as a character. I don't have a problem. So I'm just enjoying this moment of life.
There's a very thinking question I want to put it to you, Vijay. We're almost on the coming to an end of this in conversation with you. Charlie Chaplin said, "I walk in the rain because I don't want people to see me cry." Why does Vijay Sethupathi like to walk in the rain? Charlie Chaplin said, yeah. Why does Vijay Sethupathi want to walk in the rain? Because you enjoy rain.
Huh?
Because you enjoy rain.
Yeah, I'm not hiding anything in the rain. Okay. I'm not trying to escape in the rain. Because I love rains and then.
Because I know you love rains.
I thought there is something deep because you compare with Chaplin's no, so I thought something is deep is there, so I took it like that. Because sometimes
I know you like walking in the rain.
sometimes build-up is too much. That gives fear.
Okay, before I open the stage for the audience to ask questions, thank you. There's one little fun round that is a very rapid fire round for Vijay, and I want rapid fire rounds now. Immediate answer solo, no? Yoshi solo kodadu. Don't think and tell me. Comedy or serious?
Comedy.
Money or role? Money or role?
Roll with money.
Learnings from success and failures?
Both.
Okay. Beach or mountain?
Mountain, beach.
Hindi or Tamil?
Language.
Awards or success?
Love.
Talks or silence?
Music.
Okay, and yeah, okay. And finally, what is your most romantic moment?
Being in this interview.
That was Vijay Sethupathi for you. Please give him a big round of applause. Candid, as much as he can be, real, just like you and me, just like any one of us in this auditorium. No pretentious, no prepared mindset, no answers which are running back at the mind, not going to be politically correct, not going to be just perfect. Here I am, ladies and gentlemen, as I am, just a normal person, a simple man with a heart of gold. Vijay Sethupathi for you.
Thank you so much.
And now we can open the Pandora box, and who's going to ask questions?
Me.
Now if I wear glasses, I won't see your hands. Okay, well, who's got the mic?
Yeah. Oh, hello, ma'am. So,
Hold on, okay. We'll start right from the back. I'll come. Right from the back. Can someone hand over the mic to them?
Yes,
You have a
ma'am, I
mic?
have.
Okay. Go ahead. Introduce yourself and ask a question, please. Nothing personal. Please make sure that there's nothing personal.
Good afternoon, eminent dignitaries and sir. A very, very big fan of yours, sir. My name is Rohit Trivedi. I'm a poet and a PhD research scholar, and it's on film studies and literature. That's about me. And you, I think itself, studying you as PhD in itself. So
you.
Big, big fan of you, sir. Sir, my question is related to Super Deluxe. In the first and the last shot with the girl, you say that are you fine? When the meeting itself is so interesting and so captivating. So how is it working with a small child as compared to being a villain? And also, sir, there are few quirks, especially when you are acting in like the recent movie Jawar. You have that particular neck thing. So how do you come up with this? What's your process? Some people say they lock themselves into a 5-star hotel. They are very fancy things. I'll not, of course, name who all actors. But sir, what's your process with a child and then being this hardcore villain as such? And also, I'd like to give you my book if that's possible. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a very big question, sir. First of all, kids, we grown up are very corrupted, sir. Corrupted and spoiled with so much. Because once we are grown up, we think we know something. So that's where we stop learning and end up in learning. So kids are very pure, and that actor he's phenomenal. Actually, he understood something. He acted few films also before Super Deluxe. I think so. He was quite popular in the TV shows. So there is a school scene is there, where I come with a lady's costume. I come with a Shilpa. So he and his friends, they are taking a shoot there. He's a director, and two guys are fighting. And he's saying he's learned something from Kumar Raja. Kumar Raja never say okay, action, cut, one more. That's what Kumar Raja says. And he started doing there and there. He started directing there with his friends. Okay, that much he is very sharp. And sometimes when he made a mistake, he literally says, "I'm sorry, we'll go for one more." He is very sincere. He is great. He's very cool. I had a very good time with him. And then about Vikram, actually, past 3 years before, I feel that my brain is drained and it is not thinking in a new perspective. So I thought of having an acting coach for me. So I had an acting coach called Pooja Devaria. She's a great theatre actor, and she acted with me in a few films also. So I asked her, and then she worked with me for 4 films. In Vikram, she only told me, she left Amazon owner, what's his name? Amazon company.
Manish.
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I can't say it properly. Yeah, she took that body language from him and she showed me. Then we did this. I never wear the tension time. Because there was an interview, how he was, before think he behaved like that. So he's also a businessman. So we adopted from that. So it was her idea only. That's how it happened.
Next, I don't see a woman asking a question. Yeah, let me see. Okay.
So personally, he got the mic, please.
Yeah, I'll come to
Yeah.
okay.
Next.
Thanks, ma'am. Everybody, hello. Vanakkam, ma'am.
Brother, you give me a book, brother. I'll get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yesterday I saw your film Gandhi Talks, actually.
How was it?
Super Anchana.
I didn't saw the film. No,
No,
I'm very much afraid to watch my films. That's the reason, nothing else.
பரவாயில்ல நான் அந்த படத்துல ஒரு கேள்வி எனக்கு இருக்கு சாரி சார் from the movie I have one question. It's a silent film and it just involves a lot of reactions and a lot of interactions visually. So I've always seen you punching down good dialogues and like not punchlines but நல்லா பேசிட்டு நீங்க அந்த மூமெண்ட்ல போயிடுவீங்க. So இதுல வந்து every moment I was expecting some dialogue but I keep on forgetting it's a silent film. So it was that good your acting was. So how you prepare பண்ணீங்க and how you got into the film?
First of all, I was very much sure that audience shouldn't expect dialogue in the film. I should convince them. No, the intention was when it's a silence film, they should also feel that way. They shouldn't expect any dialogue in between. If it happened in the film, means I'm very much happy. I think that time also we had Pooja, my acting coach, was with me. Yeah, she was with me only. We can't tell how, because there is no plan. We just tried to execute it, and we just wanted to cover that, put a screen that don't expect a dialogue in a silence film. Just enjoy what is happening and invest yourself towards the film. And I believe it's mainly because of Rahman sir it happened. I believe so. That's what. Because I heard also. My friends watched and they told me also. But I didn't watch the film. I don't know how to say this. But we just tried. And then thank you so much for this. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. No.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
The lady.
Yes.
Thank you.
I like your excitement.
I am very excited. I'm Abhirupa. So I want to become a filmmaker, and I saw the kind of importance you gave to the kind of person you're working with, and you said that the minds you interact with, that thing. So what would you suggest a young filmmaker, like the characteristics or the personality traits that they should develop so that they are able to extract performances like yours from their actors?
I don't have anything to say, but still, just there is no formula. People always expect there is a formula. Formula is there for an acting, for an art. There is no formula. It's just a feel, and then if you just true to your feelings, and then the story or something, whatever how you want to say, and then practice it in your real life also. Don't be two personalities. When I make a film, I'll be like this normal. No, practice in your life. Be that ethical person, be that moral person, and be that personality. And then that will be very easier. But there is no formula. You read great persons' films and quotes, everything is okay. You just read and understood why he said it and how he said it. That's enough. But application should be from your mind for your life, and you should believe in your own self. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't always expect a formula. There is no formula at all for anything.
Okay, we'll go on this side. Hello. On my left. Hello, ma'am. Here. Just where? Here. Yeah. Can you give me a minute? I'll move this side because I haven't moved.
No, madam. I don't know. Say here, center, right, left.
I'll come on the left. I'll give it to that lady there behind you. Give it to that young kid. Trying to bring in 33%
Hi.
gender equity.
So, hi, this is Dr. Pooja actually. I'm a professor at Alliance University in Bangalore, and I'm here with my students Hina and Palak here. And on behalf of...
Hi Hina and Palak, hi.
So, I wanted to ask you, Vijay sir, the question that you really significantly highlighted about the fact about the negative characters that are being played as a villain. And we have already started seeing that the West has started understanding the character as well as the attitude behind those villains. However, in India, what we have seen is that there's always a conquer of good over evil. But we know that in a life, there's a very different dimension altogether. Not every time good wins over evil. And your characters has given those attitude to understand that there's a story which has been untold in the negative and villain characters. So, do you think in the future you would be dealing with specifically on the villain characters and trying to understand their mindset, like we have already started seeing in the West that people started looking deeply into the mental dimension of how the villains have been created and why they act the way they act?
Let me understand. First of all, thank you. It was very difficult to do continuously because the industry is in such a way that put a label that he is only fit for a villain. Suppose if you do something, they put a label, he's only fit for a villain, and then if the movie is success, it won't come in my name. So that is affecting my film's business also. It becomes difficult. And then sometimes they are not treating you well because you are just a villain. It happening also. So I'm in the confusion actually. If you ask me, I'm in the confusion whether to continue to do or not. Almost I decided not to do villain anymore because I can't handle this. The lot of people they're coming up with villains and very typical, normal, and then they started asking about supporting character roles, and then they started asking me, okay, if you're not doing, then hero is calling and asking me. Like they try to put in the emotional pressure, which I don't want to face it anymore. So I don't know because I wanted to have to tell them that, and then more in it. I'm not feeling bad, but still there are restrictions when I play as a villain. They are controlling me so much not to overtake protagonist. So and then sometimes it goes in the editing also. So sometimes, you know, slowly it is happening. So I'm worried and then I'm confused whether to do it or not. So I decided, okay, let me not to do villain anymore, at least for some more years. Already I can't sit and, suppose if I say no, they come and say, you listen the script. I can't spend time for a script for 2 hours for a villain, for a character role, for playing as a lead role. So there is no time also. So a lot of problem is there.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, I'll take just one question from this end because we need to wind up.
So, வணக்கம் சார். என் பேர் இங்க. வணக்கம் சார். என் பேர் வைஷ்ணவ்.
வணக்கம் சார்.
தமிழ்ல பேசினா ப்ராப்ளம்
எனக்கு இல்ல சார். என்ன சார்?
பட் நமக்கு
அரசியல் பண்ணாதீங்க சார்.
அரசியல் என்கிட்ட ரெண்டு கேள்வி. I have 2 questions.
No, you have allowed to ask one question.
Can I mix it?
Any which ways.
That's a talent.
Yeah.
Seriously, your mind is too fast, man.
Thank you, sir.
How can you mix? I'm just surprised. Once you mix the question, you separate the question also and tell me how you mixed it.
So, first question.
Sir, what is?
Mix பண்ணி sir.
Sir, I think we're going to talk about the question.
Okay, straight to question. How was it working with SETHUPATHI Vijay and Oluganayakan Kamal Haasan sir?
In the Madri Kelvila, generally journalists will ask or the fans will ask.
Yeah.
Not in conversation, you don't ask Vijay Sethupathi what is his working experience.
This is what you had in your mind.
Bhavani pose or photo எடுக்க முடியுமான்னு கேக்குறேன்.
No selfies, that's the first thing I said.
This see, always it's a great working with them. But this place it's a film festival.
Yes.
You could have asked something else. Yes, sir, you have questions, sir?
Hello, sir. Here, sir.
Okay, I will just take one question. Anybody
Sir,
from the front row?
Hello, sir.
Anybody
Vijay,
in the front
sir.
row? No, sir, you're not supposed to grace question. Okay, I'll give it to our IFFI president, Mr. Selvamani.
Sir.
Let's say. Wait. Yeah, yours. 1 minute, sir.
Please, आप लोग 2 मिनट बैठ जाइए, मैं खड़ा हो गया हूँ, माइक भी मेरे पास आ गया।
जी, मैं बोल लीजिए।
सर, सवाल नहीं है, एक गुजारिश है छोटा सा। यहाँ पर जितने लोग हैं वो शायद इस मूवमेंट को नहीं देख पाएंगे। एक छोटा सा सीन कर सकते हैं कि हम जहाँ पर आप एज ए एक्टर कैसे अप्रोच करते हैं, सेट है, सारा चीज़ है, यहीं पर आपको सिर्फ अपना रोल प्ले करना है। छोटा सा 30 सेकंड भी नहीं लगेगा जिसमें।
क्या एक्ट करके दिखाऊं क्या?
हाँ सर, मैं सिचुएशन दे रहा हूँ ना सर।
अरे यार इतना टेस्ट मत रखो यार।
सर छोटी सी चीज़ है।
सर मैं नहीं करता हूँ सर, मुझे बहुत टाइम लगेगा सर। आपको अपना नाम क्या?
सर आपको कोई नया रोल प्ले नहीं करना है, आपको तो विजय सेतुपति प्ले करना है। जो आप हैं, जो आप बैठे हैं, बस उसमें छोटा सा सिचुएशन रहेगा।
Okay, let me tell you. If you really wanted to see me, you take my number, you come to my set. तो मैं कितना दिमाग खाता हूँ करके, you can come and see there. And then I have a respect for my profession, which is not, I shouldn't showcase like this. So it is, because that's the most important. A lot of youngsters think it's very easy profession. It is not easy. It is not easy. See, let me tell you. The directors, the writers who sit and write the story for so many days, months and years, somebody will take. For an actor, he listens a story and he prepare for it. He go to the set. But he has to understand the intention of dialogue in that moment. So actor's mind should be that much sharp to understand the intention of the director. It is not how to deliver it. Why we are delivering the dialogue in that scene is most important, okay? Not how to deliver it. You have to find the intention. why he wrote the dialogue, what is the purpose. That's the most important. So not going and just delivering dialogue will not connect with an audience. We have touched the soul of the director or writer who wrote the dialogue. There are a lot of dialogues, which is not may sounds very simple, but it get into very deep into you, right? Because the person who wrote the dialogue, he went very deep and he delivered to me. So if I do it here, then which means I feel like it is not good for my profession. I feel like I'm disrespecting my profession. It's not right.
सर अगर मैं हकीकत में एक बात बताऊं तो यही सीन था मैं आपको
sorry, we won't.
Thank you. Yeah, there's just one question. You have a question for me? Yes, please. I can hear you. You can ask me. I can hear you. You can ask me the question.
Anna.
One second. One second. We are done with it. He has a question for me. Yes.
എൻ്റെ പേര് സുധീഷ് എന്നാണ്. ഞാൻ കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്നാണ്. ഞാൻ മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കാനാണ് ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. എനിക്ക് രണ്ടുപേർക്കും മലയാളം അറിയാവുന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ
മലയാളം വരെ പക്ഷേ സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
മറുപടി നിങ്ങൾ ഏത് ഭാഷ പറഞ്ഞാലും എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും.
ഓക്കെ
സാർ, സൂപ്പർ ഡീലക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സിനിമയിലൂടെ നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും താഴെക്കടയിലിരിക്കുന്ന കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റിയെ താങ്കൾ പ്രതിനിധീകരിച്ചു. അതിൽ നിന്ന് എനിക്കും താങ്കൾക്കും ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന പലർക്കും അവരുടെ പല പ്രയാസങ്ങളും അറിയാവുന്നതാണ്. അത്തരം പ്രയാസങ്ങളിൽ താങ്കൾ എന്ത് ഇടപെടലാണ് ഇതുവരെ നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്? ഇപ്പം നമ്മുടെ മുന്നിലിരിക്കുന്ന കുഷ്ബു മാം നമ്മുടെ സർക്കാരിലും പൊതുയിടങ്ങളിലും ധാരാളം ഇടപെടാൻ കഴിവുള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ്. അവർക്ക് ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള എന്ത് കാര്യം ചെയ്യണമെന്നാണ് സാർ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്? മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത്.
Especially, listen, it's enough, sir. Sir, just nothing, right? Just creating awareness in the society. Government should creating awareness in the society, because I met some transgenders. One day they came and met me in the dubbing studio. Still, the parents is not accepting them. So it is we have to tell them it's not. It's normal. It is a normal. So creating awareness is most important. That's what I believe. Okay.
On that note, I know as much as we want this session to be going, can you please...
கடைசியா உங்ககிட்ட ஒரே ஒரு
yes.
என் பேர் வந்து அருண். நான் வந்து கேரளாவிலேருந்து வரேன். இங்கே உங்களை பார்க்கறதுக்காக மட்டும்தான் வந்தோம். ஏன்னா எனக்கு உங்களை ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். அது பேசுறதுக்காக வரல. எனக்கு ஒரு பொண்ணு இருக்கா, 8ஆம் கிளாஸ் படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கா. அவளை என்னை விட 1000 டைம்ஸ் உங்க மேல பைத்தியமா இருக்கு. அவங்க எப்பவும் என்கிட்ட கேட்கறது, என்னைக்காவது ஒரு நாள் அவங்கள கூப்பிட்டு வந்து உங்களை பார்க்க வைக்கணும். இன்னைக்கு காலையில் கூட எனக்கு வீடியோ கால் கூப்பிட்டு சொன்னாங்க, உங்களுக்கு சொல்லித்தான் ஆகணும், இல்லைன்னா நான் ஒரு அப்பாவை இருக்க முடியாது. அது சொல்லதுக்கு மட்டும்தான் சார் இவ்வளவு இங்கே வரைக்கும் வந்தோம்.
You finish and you make a video call. I'll talk to her now. Okay. What is your question? Last. You are the last. You are the last. Yeah, you just ask. Yeah, give him mic now, please.
Sir, one question from my side. Ma'am, one question. Sir, nowadays you are not doing a film with debut directors. May I know, is there any opportunities to act in debut directors or independent filmmakers in future?
I'm sorry, this is a masterclass to talk relevant questions. I'm so sorry to cut you there. We'll have one last question.
The last question.
I'm going to ask about the role. In that role, you are not a hero or a villain. In movie Kadaisi VIJAY, I don't know. That role, I don't know how to define it. You are not a.
What language is comfortable for you?
Tamil.
அழகா பேசுங்க.
ஆக்சுவலி இல்லை, இப்போ நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்களே, இப்போ நீங்கள் ஷில்பா ஒரு டிரான்ஸ்ஜெண்டர் ரோல் பண்ணுறதுக்காக நீங்கள் நிறைய டைம் எடுத்தீங்க, நிறைய ரிசர்ச் பண்ணீங்க, நிறைய பேர்கிட்ட பேசுனீங்க, அந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் அதை பண்ணீங்க. இப்போ இதே ஒரு வில்லன் ரோல்னா நீங்கள் அவங்க டேரக்டர் சொல்லுவாங்க, அதை பற்றி செய்யுங்க.
Come to the question directly.
பட் இப்போ இந்த ரோல் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு மெட்டஃபர் ஆஃப் முருகன், லார்ட் முருகன் ஒரு மெட்டஃபர் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். இது வந்து ரியல் லைஃப்லையும் இல்லை, அதே மாதிரி இது வந்து ஒரு எபிக் ட்ராமாவும் இல்லை. மீன் ஒரு மகாபாரதம் அந்த மாதிரி கதை. இப்போ எப்படி உங்களால் அந்த ரோல் பண்ண முடியும், எப்படி ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணீங்க?
It was well written, first of all. It took 2 days time for me to understand. And and then mostly it is an innocence, that's all. I took it, I played it in innocence with. There's that scene with the monkeys, no? It's deleted scene, you can see it in YouTube, right? There's a scene with the monkeys. Have you seen that scene? Deleted scene, it's there, no? It just happened there. We shot it with real monkeys. I went there, I was keep talking to them, and then we shot it like that only. So it's out of pure innocence. It just happened. So that's all. Innocence. It's a very great form. And I think God is also in the form of innocence. So that's why it may be that feel. That's what I think.
All right, thank you. With that last question, I request you all to give a big round of applause to Kushboo ma'am for